Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashley King, and this is my presentation on Winter Storm URI. My overview, we're going to discuss what contributed to the snowstorm URI, what effects and outcomes the storm had on the environment, as well as the effects they have on human life. We're also going to discuss the steps that are being put in place to ensure that we are better prepared. My introduction. Snowstorm URI caused cascading effects due to the prolonged temperatures and record-setting snowfall. San Antonio picked up about 2.5 inches of snow. Austin picked up 6.4 inches of snow. And Dallas, surprisingly, picked up 4 inches of snow. URI also caused power plants and fuel supply plants to close as a result of power loss. Texas was hit by a record-setting cold snap in February of 2021. These Arctic temperatures cause power outages, disruption to marine life, disruption to our ecosystem, as well as human life. But just what caused this cold snap? On February 13th, a frontal storm developed off of the Pacific Northwest. From the trough dipped southward, which channeled moisture from Texas toward the storm. About the 14th, a larger trough developed over central United States. On the 15th, aided by a southward shift from the polar vortex, the storm moved to Texas. And as a result of the storm moving in, industries, factories, nuclear plants, and other infrastructures had been abruptly shut down. The startup and shutdown of these infrastructures led to air pollution in excess of the EPA standards limits for aerosol concentration, namely NO2, CO2, and PM 2.5. Significant release of air pollutants through Texas led to a large increase in the total level of PM 2.5, ozone, nitrogen oxide, and carbon monoxide. And here are some more of the effects of URI. Water treatment and distribution centers lost power, which resulted in boil notices. Those that lived in Houston and Dallas specifically had to boil their water to have safe drinking water. Power loss to power plants caused release of contaminants in the air and pollutants in the environment. 10 million residents experienced power loss from about 33 to 42 hours, which unfortunately claimed 210 lives. Power supply and grid failures contributed to prolonged failure. So what are we doing? What is the outcome? What is the outcome to make sure that these things, that we have something in place? We may not be able to predict these type of weather events, but we can ensure that we have things in place to ensure as less loss of life as possible. The Texas Public Utility Commission is now requiring power plants to fix problems that cause those prolonged outages. ERCOT is required to deliver weather studies that examine different weather parameters to ensure the grid will not fail. Amendments to the existing plans to include year-to-date scenarios, so that they play out, the up-to-date weather patterns, not the patterns that they've been having previously, because those guides, the weather isn't going or isn't abiding by that guide anymore. Specific checks for safety of critical equipment, as well as the Texas Commission of Environmental Quality collect information to gain a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by public water systems due to the emergency. Traditional approaches are no longer working. So there have been a few suggestions as to what the Utility Commission of Texas could do. And one of those would be to follow the National Renewable Energy Lab guide to conduct a risk assessment on climate threats and the power system. And this is all to just ensure that, again, we are ready just in case these type of weather events or this type of weather event happens again. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Here is my reference list, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you.